I'll say Ojai. Right, you are all welcome to the show, Mansa Musa. I'm ready to rock and roll. Another beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening here in London. You are all invited. I invite you. Mumbrana Yindinkomo. You see what I mean? Anyway, so it's only one issue happening all along, and one issue happening is nothing but Mr. Alan Chiramantin. Alan Chiramantin is trending everywhere. You see, the thing is that, you see, everybody can wake up and decide to do politics, you see. But politics usually is not, despite what everyone says, it's not about, going to church. Politics is not about being godly or even being sincere or being nice or anything. You see, politics itself. You see, those people who understand the word politics and its origins and people who understand where it has all emanated from, they will tell you that politics is the art of being able or art of making sure that many human beings will stay on your side. It's as simple as that. You see, many human beings must stay on your side. It's in any human endeavor, since Adam, anything that involves human being, when you have human beings plenty on your side, it is so many things. It's either negative or positive, and mostly positive. You see, if it is money you want, you get plenty. If it's food, you get plenty. If it's about war, you want to go and fight. Those days we fight battles. The more people you have, the more the chances, likelihood that you win. So it's all our politics is all about getting big numbers around you. People should love you, people should understand you, people should be ready to follow every step you take. That's politics. The rest is all the additional, the being able to give this and that. It's all about, it's simple. If you take this my understanding or this description, it's as simple as that. It's a simple principle where you want to be a politician, a good one. The simplest way to think about it is how to get people, even if it is just fake, still how people should love you, even if the love is not natural. The politics of getting people to be about you, to be around you, to be on your side, that is all, nothing else. Hey, people can't define it and whine round, going round in circles. Mansa Musa, I will tell you, those people sitting in Legon doing politics and, maturing in politics and doing masters and postmasters and masters, everything. Look, in the end, politics is to get the attention of the next person and the next person and everything to side with you. The moment you fail to, well, you can fail, but how you fail is up to you. You see, Mr. Alan I don't know. Still, for me, the way I see him, he is practicing. Okay, thank you. He's practicing student politics. Still, that's the only way I can describe Alan Tremonti's attitude and his demeanor, the way he speaks and everything. It's like trying to impress, trying to, make sure he doesn't fault anybody. But in politics, I tell you what, the idea is to win. The idea is to have the massive. The idea is to gather the plenty. So if your politics is to just make sure that you don't step on any toes, then you are not ready to do proper politics. Then your politics becomes student encounter. You see what I mean? Like the club room encounter, which isn't that serious. Otherwise, how can somebody in one breath, you said you've not been treated properly or fairly? The people you are contesting with, those the sort of the people who are organizing the events looks as if they got their favorites, and that you seem to feel as though advantage is being given to others. So in the end, you have decided to throw in the towel firstly, then secondly to leave the scene completely. Nobody is going to blame anybody. I mean, these things happen. That in politics, people come, people go. In politics, people, people fall out with each other, and that's it. In the beginning, everyone is happy with everyone else. Later, it happens natural. People will fall out. But with Alan Chiremante, even till date, to now, as I'm sitting here, I still don't get him where he's going or where he's even coming from. Seriously, Alan Chiremante, I just don't understand. Because, like I said, in one breath, you said you are angered by the way you have been treated. And yet you speak as though your love is still there. And you are saying, assuring the numerous people that, oh, my living will not destroy the party that now I hate, I don't want to be with. I mean, I don't get it. Then you go on to explain how the executives or the parliamentarians, whom loads of them, whom just voted against you, he said, oh, Ghanaians should consider voting for them, then Ghanaians should vote for you. It doesn't make sense. Alam Chiremante should just shut up and go. Just go and do some farming, some fishing. Should buy, he got money, buy some outboard motors and do some people at Mori and Edna and those places. They will do fishing for you. If you go and see your sister, Hawa Kumsin, he will open the sea and you can go and do some fishing. Go and farm cocoa, go and do pottery, anything. Buy big lorries and do your transport. Buy refrigerated trucks and you can ship fresh fish from Ghana to Burkina. Oh, it's nice business. But politics, somebody should tell themselves to know the oil and the go say oh in your politics. Politics now you na sri basa. Politics. This is the extreme end of the politics where people work seriously against each other. They are very sharp. The very sharp end, one side. Then this is the other side where the whole thing is becoming trivial. This is the other side. The guy is too soft. He hasn't got focus. He for now, even just having completed elementary school will tell you that, even from day nursery, you should know that life is all about competition. Life is all about, whatever anyone tells you. Some will say, oh, it's not competition, it's not a race, it's not this. No, it's a lie. Because you see my shirt, you want to buy one. If you can't buy, you feel bad. Maybe the extent of anger or jealousy is different from person to person. But that jealousy is there. We are always trying to outdo each other. Sometimes in a nice way, others not so nice. We all understand this. But Alan Chiremante ought to understand this. So if you have left the NPP and you cannot state categorically that, hey, what they are doing is wrong, this is not what it's supposed to be, and so I feel Ghanaians will punish them, I don't want to be part of this failure. Speak boom like that. Speak to purpose. But whining round, as we say in the local palancers, just hitting about the bush or around the bush, just going round in circles and trying not to undermine or not to step on any toes. Come on, man. Chiremante will go anywhere. Anyway, yesterday I read this story. It was an article written by Nana Kwesi Jan Apenti. In fact, it's a strong-worded, and well-written article about the migrants from Africa into, heading towards Europe. and he wrote a letter, open letter to the European Union president. Is it von der Leyen, something, Ursula von der Leyen, something, something. That woman, not someone didn't say, Meko. Right. So I've been able to contact Mr. Nana Kwesi Jan Apintin. In fact, he did agree. He did say, hopefully, he will come and discuss this article. Really strong, I can tell you, strong article in its own right. And he wrote it very, very, very well, I have to say. Let's see, I'm trying to open the article, a write-up. I'll open it and I'll read just a brief part of it. It is that beautiful. Let's see. It's a letter to European Commission President on migrant crisis. It said, "Dear Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, perhaps it is a third unfair to pick on you, but as I suspect, we will both agree personal feelings are far from being an issue in this self-initiated conversation. My explanation is that at the moment, as the President of the European Union, you represent the European conscience, such as it is. By extension, the collective West can be roped into your moral jurisdiction." And he goes and says, "I, on the other hand, hope that my side of the disclosure will represent the perspective of Africans who, as a collective, cannot be, differentiated from victims of our relationship dating back more than half a millennium. The urge to write to you came to me when you rushed emergency style to inspect for yourself more than 8,000 migrants, most of them described by various media outlets as coming from sub-Saharan Africa, who had arrived on the shores of Lampedusa in southern Italy in one day." You see, so it goes on and on and on. I will try and see if I can get Mr. Nana Kwesi Jan Apintin to, talk through this, together, because this is, okay, thank you. This is something that I really would like to discuss. Oh, sorry. I really would like to discuss with Nana Kwesi Apintin. Let's see if I can get, no, not this one. Right, so you are listening to Mansa. The program is Fire Will Burn You, not literally, but metaphorically. Let's go for a short musical interlude.
Verano del 79, con la mejor música del mundo.
Oye. anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa. Anoma koliwa, 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 anoma koliwa.
Sibisa, whenever I hear Sibisa, I can listen the whole day, the whole night. But we need to move on. We need to do serious stuff. So thank you very much, Mr. Teddy Ose and his late brother, Mactonto Jai. Anyway, fire obey you. I say every time that it is just metaphorical. It's not real. It's not literal. I don't want to set fire to anybody. But when you come and you talk well, good. If you don't talk well, fire will pain you. Talking about talking well, but this one is rather writing well. You know me, Mansa Musa, I try to dabble in here and there, trying to always write here, bits and pieces. I'm not saying I'm a great writer, but the other times you Gabra say you give me about 8/10 or something. Not bad. But I read something. Somebody sent a small article because the fellow who sent it to me knows that he knows I talk about these things a lot. Because in geopolitics, everyone knows where I stand with the Osagefo issue. So, okay, let's see. In geopolitics, it is all about, okay, thank you. It's all about the fact that we as Africans are willing partners in this geopolitical activity, which in the end tends to undermine our own existence. You see, it destroys our advantage because I will say that it is, we are participant, we are willing participant in our own demise. It's a fact. So, whenever somebody writes about what I've been talking about for a while, and that is the youth migration, the mass migration of African youth, especially from the west coast of Africa, sub-Saharan African youth, the other time I saw this one young lady pregnant. The other time too, one young lady lost her son, about a year old of something like that. You see, the stories are very gruesome indeed, hard-hitting sort of stories, and it's going on every day and every day. So this gentleman, Nana Kwesi Appiah, has written a very serious, he calls it an open letter to the Osla, that Osla from the European Union, telling her about the reasons for which, that the European Union, for some reason, they are tackling this issue as though they are only tackling the symptoms, or the resulting situation. But the actual, reason or the source of the problem, no one seems to mind at all. And I have said that, look, we Africans and our leadership, we are part and parcel. We have become willing participants for us to be used. This gentleman quoted Amma Ata Edu. I remember that one very well in my day as a bodyguard in the castle. She was young, well young, very, very, very clever, very intelligent woman. I also listen to her sometimes. And Nana Kwesi Jan Appleton quoted an ama ata edu, and those choice of words, comments that she made not long ago. And Nana Kwesi Jan is here on the line. I will try and see if I can get him on Zoom tomorrow. But for tonight, for about 5 or so minutes, I just want to say hello and welcome him to the show. Nana Kwesi Jan, good evening. Nana Kwesi Jan, good evening. Nana Kwesi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Very good. Welcome to NFM Radio here in the UK. Welcome to the show. Thank you for.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, it's much better now. Okay.
So I'm saying welcome to the show. Tonight we don't have too much time to spare, so I just want to introduce you to the show. I read your article. Who are you? Because honestly speaking, the article or the write-up, very, very powerful, well written. Tell us a bit about yourself, Nana Kwesi Jan Appleton.
Thank you very much. My name is Nana Kwesi Appleton. I am a journalist by profession. In fact, I'm no longer practicing journalism actively, but I write a weekly column in the Mirror in Ghana and also blog occasionally on Facebook, etc. But I'm a former acting editor of Graphic and the Mirror in Ghana, and also I'm a former editor of West Africa magazine in London. People who are a bit older might remember West Africa magazine, which used to be on Cold Harbour Lane in Brixton, where I was the editor for some years. And also I was editor of African Topics magazine, which was also based in London. So I lived in London from 1988 until the early 2000s when I returned. So I was also chairman of the National Media Commission, which is the regulatory body for the media in Ghana, for a number of years. But I'm also the Apejahene of Achim Eti Amamprum, which is in Achim Ebuakwa in New Tafo. I think this gives an idea of who I am.
I see. So they say all habits die hard. Honestly speaking, a friend of mine, good friend of mine, KK Di Kwesi Chedakwa says, Mansa Musa, you're writing sometimes a lot, to think about in your writing. But I think you should rather say it, speak it, just record it, because Ghanaians don't like reading. You see, the reason why I'm saying this is that I sometimes sit down and say, if I write long sentences like this, columns and passages, people find it difficult to read. What motivates you to, write such a very tangible material and send it into the open? Go ahead.
Well, Charles, you are right, but the thing is, I also forgot I was the president of the Ghana Association of Writers for 10 years. So I've been writing from when I was young, and as you said, old habits die hard. But the reality is that we have to write because, you see, in all the forms of communication, I think the one that endures most is when something is written down. So I will not say speaking is bad. Visual images are all okay. But when you put something down and you organize your thoughts coherently and all that, then people can take it and use it in any manner. So, for example, because I wrote the article, we are talking about it. So I think that all the forms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, the young people have their own ways of communicating, but the ancient one of writing, I think, is still necessary. In any case, I've written a weekly column in one way or another for more than 40 years. So, there you go.
There you go, really. If you check your WhatsApp, how I reposted your article. I said, this is a powerful read. That's what I wrote. And believe me, I read a lot of, mediocrity here, rubbish here, and a whole lot of. And sometimes I don't give a second glance to some of these postings. But when I read your article, believe me, that is how powerful, how good it was. I decided to repost, and I actually embossed or endorsed I had to add something to the message for people, and I have a lot of very top class people in my circles. I think they will also love reading it. But let me read here Ahmad Tedu's comments. He said, some 500 years ago, we've given everything for nothing. You are still taking. Where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever and everything. That was Madam Ama Ata Edu for you. Because of time factor, I said if you have time tomorrow, we can do a special Zoom on this article. But the substance of it, let's take the European Union out. Why do you think our leadership, they don't seem to even know or care about what is going on?
Well, you see, I don't think they don't know or they don't care. The thing is that when something has gone on for so long, if you are not careful, you almost take it as normal, you understand? So it is up to people like you and me to raise awareness about all these things, because the issues there are no simple answers. So what I wanted to do in this article, when you say let's take the Europeans out, actually what I wanted to do with this article is to change the narrative from the European point.
Sure.
The Europeans are behaving as if our people are coming because they hate Africa. All they will say is Africans are rushing here, 8,000 came today. But when you come and take the things that will make it possible for them to stay, today there are no jobs in Africa. Why? Because the manufacturing base, and by the way, there's nothing new in what I'm saying. Kwame Nkrumah wrote about this in his book, Neocolonialism, 1964. And it's only because our leaders and ourselves, people are not reading. So the Europeans, the Americans, the West especially, they know that without us, there will be nowhere. And they just come and take what they want. And as I wrote in the article, in which market will the buyer be the one to set the price?
Exactly.
But this is what is happening in Africa. They set the price for gold, for diamond, for platinum, for whatever. And so our young people can't have jobs because they take these things to go and process. They take our cotton, they'll go and process it to clothing and sell it back to us. So the time has come for us to tell them that, listen, the story is not as simple as you are making it sound. And so in Italy, the prime minister, says, I'm going to blockade so that no ship will come. In the UK, they are sending asylum seekers to Rwanda. They are all finding answers but trying to evade the real answer.
Look, you have outlined everything here. Like, because my producer, I need to move on. But you see, I'm happy you said it's up to you and I, me and you. What I want to add though, that I think last Wednesday, I together with all the old boys who were young young men during Nkrumah's time. Still, some of them are alive. They are in UK here. We had a Zoom conference, and this lawyer Anochi, that historian, he joined in. You see, one thing that makes me happy, I think you should be delighted too, is that the youth, the next generation, looks as if they have come to understand the Nkrumah, what it is about Nkrumah and his ideals. And for me, that makes me really happy that in the end, all will not be in vain. So, because let's end it here. Hopefully tomorrow, I will see if I can organize one or two people so we can do a proper Zoom and a proper talk. And I want to know where these letters have gone, apart from me, Mansa Musa getting, a copy and the rest. And
we are thinking, yes, tomorrow we'll talk about it.
Nice one. Listen, have a good evening. I sent you a link of the show. I always tell people, if your life is so boring like mine, then you can tune in and listen.
Yeah, so send it. I'll share it. I'll share it very widely.
Nice one. Okay. All right. Have a good evening. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Right. So that was me with Nana Kwesi. Akenting. Sorry. Nana Kwesi Jan Apenting. A long compound name like that, but the guy can write like hell. I tell you, it's about, let's say, about 5, 6, maybe 8 pages, A4 papers. It's a good read. I mean, the man writes like this. And now, though, it's 6 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. So, Dr. Joe Usajima, he's here. We need to go get ready for the campaign hour, party politics campaign hour.
As chairman for UK and Ireland chapter, oh you need papa, or Jenny or mine who Doctor Joanne Gloria Betuaman. I will vote for Doctor Brandon Stone. I want to Takra, the man who you fair. A Takra born in Sudia and Po. Yatua baby, I'm a Dr. Joe Ajimai, a no one I born in Sakura, the man we are fair. Sakura born in Sudia and Po. Yatua baby, I'm a who knows what they bet to a papa. Dr. Joe Ajimai, or no one I am. Doctor Negro, yeah, bet to a man. Dr. Joe Negro, yeah, bet to a man. Vote for Doctor. Now, Ojini Nipa. Doctor Joanne, Dr. George Mansa, on the upper side, NDC Kua, UK Island, the beginning of diaspora, a crab shanty, Montumano, Dr. Joanne, but the Cambo Muba, I'm a mebu. The Cambo no, this is a papa, but the Cambo Muba, my man, yeah, ready, Coco Abano. Now I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Joe Ajimai. When in my papa, Doctor, I could see a person or the boy. Never party no munifa any share. Oh yeah, on my papa or Guinea, on my two abanomano. Dr. Joe Ajimai say, or be make sure say, party in the Benyan own office. Now meetings are who doing now. After Doctor, I raise the fund. Sikabotu pa imu oduro. Say odebe boa. Executive members, any departmentals ni nyina. And some doctor and preacher say whatever one a dose. Nina Sumusham na ed. So I will vote for him. Go and vote for him. Dr. Joe Ajimai on one of your pay. We gonna vote for Doctor 3rd December. Yeah, back to our papa. We gonna vote for Doctor 3rd December. Yeah, back to our papa, sir. I am Doctor Joe
NFM Radio.
Yeah, back to our man. Doctor Joe, yeah, back to our man. We gonna vote for Doctor. Man of vision, ne power and his baby. Brother Stone, Dr. Joe Ajimai, yeah, back to a man. Dr. Joe
NFM Radio.
You go vote and
I'll say you go vote and I go vote. You are welcome to the show, Mansa Musa. NFM Radio Fire Will Burn You program tonight is the campaign hour. And as usual on Tuesday, Dr. Joe Swajima is here to campaign, to tell us what they are doing and how things are panning out. And hopefully the election and NDC UK Ireland chapter election will soon appear. And it will be done and dusted and done with. Hopefully. Anyway, for tonight, it's all about the program, which is, current affairs, his professional political understanding of what is happening, current issues in Ghana, his own overview, and, how he thinks things should be done. After all, he's a politician, so anytime I get a microphone, he wants to, put his points across. So nothing different there. Then after that, we'll do what we call the health hour or health issues. Talk about, health and medical stuff. And tonight, I think we are doing dementia. I'm not a doctor, but in my previous job, we were taking on courses, and I have a tiny certificate called dementia awareness course. I don't even remember if I can remember. I don't remember if I can remember anything they told us. But you see what I mean. These things are very, very necessary because, especially back, our tradition, customs, and the rest, our beliefs, where we think that every, when you are growing, at a certain, even now, I can feel my bones hardening here and there. Walking and maybe a bit of running that was easy and nice. Now it's a difficult thing. And as you grow, your bones too are becoming bigger and they don't know where to go anymore. You get pains everywhere. And, maybe the whole night, usually the grandmother or the elderly lady cannot sleep, maybe crying all night. Then, to make things worse for her, our tradition and beliefs and the rest say, oh, witch, she's a witch. She's doing all the harm in the house, in the community. Every night she is flying. I mean, it's all rubbish, really. But that is it. So dementia, for instance, if you are able to, like I said, it was just 1 week course that they explained to us the science and everything, so that we don't say these things should happen, but everyone is praying that your folks, my folks, we ourselves will grow up to a certain age. And that age, comes with these, factors of life that people tend to forget what they are doing, where they are going. They lose their balance, they fall, they talk sometimes with no proper, comprehension or anything, behaving like a kid and that sort of thing. Dementia, that's what he's going to talk about tonight. So now, I do my talking finish. Dr. Joe Sajma, welcome.
Yeah, Mansa Musa, thank you for having me once again.
And so it was last Thursday. You came here, then I think Friday I decided to rest because I think the last Wednesday, some rain that happened. I wasn't prepared for that. I was even wearing short sleeves when it rained on me, and I started developing a heavy cold and the rest. So after Thursday, I didn't come here, and it's good to see you. Today is Tuesday. So very good to see you. Anyway, I've already outlined what you got for us. So without much of me talking and taking all the time, I think you should take it away and tell us what it is.
Yeah,
In the politics, if you want.
Mansa, thank you very much. And like I always do, is it becoming every program ritual that I've been doing. And first of all, I'll say good evening to our cherished listeners. They are very wonderful. They come every Tuesday and Thursday. They've never stopped. And Mansa, when you see the figures around 5,000 and over, it means people are listening to us. People are listening. They want to know the truth. What's happening in our country? They want to know, the things that this Ahithophel government doing. So it's good. But once I'm saying something about my cherished and wonderful listeners, I have to acknowledge my campaign team as well, because we work as a team. And it's a teamwork that can take us where we want to be. And first of all, the person in charge of the campaign is Mr. Lonsagini, the campaign manager, and his deputy, Miss Rita Mansa, Papa B. When you say Papa B in Tree, it means everyone knows what's happening. And then we have Dr. Tebi as a campaign team advisor. And this man is always there. Always there. Whenever you call him, whether it's night, daytime, whenever, this man will pick up the call, and then he will air his views, opinion. And another person is our media consultant, Mr. Kofi Adeni Bogawan. He's been doing all these wonderful things. After we've done this program, he's gonna take all the things that we said, break into pieces, and put it over the media for people to know what's happening about our party and the things that they are doing in Ghana, or is not making the country to progress. So this guy is doing a wonderful job. His job, I don't know how to describe him. He's been fantastic all the way. And having mentioned all these people, our campaign coordinator, who has been coordinating the affairs of this campaign, is Mami Sewa Papa B number 2. And I can tell you, this woman is great. When the MPP are talking about we have the men, I can say, and I can bring my chest out and say that we have the men and the women, because we respect our women so much. And I can tell you, they are very beautiful as well. So I don't want Canadian people listening to me. They will, look, you can come to our meeting, but don't go near our women, because we protect them. Right. Anyway, Canadian, I salute you tonight. And let me say that the communicators in Ghana that have taken upon themselves to make sure Joe Ajaman is elected as the chapter chairman, because I work with them, they know who I am, and we've been working every day. These people are on radio, television, propagating all the things about this great party, our this NDC great party. So the first person is Hajia Kumapa. Hajia, I salute you tonight for the wonderful work that you were doing this morning. I heard that you were at the limited registration center and at the same time on the radio. Well done, Hajia. And Captain Abolo, a man that has communicated for this party so long that he's been given captain in communication. You can imagine. He's a very good guy. He's a hard-working guy. I don't know how I can say to make it clear to people who are listening to me tonight. And then another thing is Ato Kwamena is just the shadow, shadow of Captain Abolo. Whatever Captain does, you see this man there. So I don't know whether he says deputy or not. And then whenever I say that, they just laugh it off. And I would say this guy is another great person, a great communicator. And NDC, we are so grateful to have these people. Then, last but very important person is our own Mr. Frimpong, or Ben Frimpong. This man, Master Musa, we were just talking about people who can write. This guy is one of them. Just say it. And go on the internet. Master Musa, within seconds is there. Wow. These are the people that the party need. to help us block these people, the 8 that they are talking about. If you can't keep your house together, how can you break the 8? Never. It won't happen. President Jomama all the way, and with the majority that we need. So Mansa Musa, I will end here, and my campaign manager will come in and give the update, and after I'll go straight to the current affairs, then the health program, and then people can call in afterwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. So, your campaign manager is coming, or he isn't? Is he coming?
Oh yeah.
Right. So, for what is trending in Ghana, we are all aware. For me, I think Alain Chemantin has taken the headline news, and now Nanado and Mansa, they are having their peace of minds, because we're supposed to be talking about Julobi house demonstration, and that registration that is causing havoc, for everybody. It's causing havoc. I mean, I read one MP's comments, spend about 20 to 30,000 cedis ferrying people from their base to the district office to go and register. And he himself was so, he was so pissed off, he didn't know what to say. So that headline is a welcome news for Akufo-Addo and Mansa. But as we say, first things first, let's hear from Mr. Lons Ajine, and we will take it from there. Hello, Lonsi.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
NFM Radio.
Correct. Wait there. Obi can say one can say they won't mean come be abused. But then let me apologize to listeners for breaking protocols by going the other way. Obviously, I know today is the adopted version of English, and I'm supposed to do the narration and updates in that language, which I believe that I have the capability of doing. So let me apologize for whatever that is. But will be beside say NFM Radio. You should have actually begun the whole session by doing it in English, but a very, very clear so cool.
Yo. Any Akwaba?
Mansa Musa, stop the diabolism, please. Can we do
and I'll person me chiao.
No, because he said today is English. And
let me say a very good evening, because obviously if I should allow you, I don't know where you are going to lead me to. So you just allow me to do my job. After we've done, then we can talk about the Dawson business,
Okay.
As I promised you last time that my bank card is missing. In fact, when I got home this afternoon, I've had it. So you are obviously going to get your favorite. So don't worry. Mansa Musa, let me say a good evening to yourself, and I'm happy that you are back on air. In fact, I was concerned, with your health, and I wish. In fact, you have to tell listeners that I called you to check up on you, because when I had issues with my health, you were so concerned that I think within a week you called me about 6 or 7 times. So please make that clear, not to say that I don't care. And the second one goes to our cherished listeners. Obviously, my candidate is in the studios because of them. I mean, the business is all about trying to make sure that we sell out our message and project what we believe that could what could help in blocking the AIDS with Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman as the chairman for the UK and Ireland chapter. And lastly, it goes to my candidate himself. I thank him for making himself available to be used as the wheel to effect positive changes in the United Kingdom and Ireland chapter. Because what it means is that there are a lot of challenges that we are encountering and going through as a group, people of same conviction. But obviously, when we are talking about leadership, someone needs to show up. Someone needs to show up, to lead. And I'm happy that he's actually, made himself available. So yes, Mansa, the felicitations is over. What it is that with the update, 7th October still remains the date that these elections will go on. It is going to happen in somewhere Enfield, if confirmed. It starts from 11 a.m. till when we finish, but I believe that it's from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. We, as a group, as it stands now, have no reason to believe that we are not going to vote. There are still petitions. FEC, on this day, as I speak to you today, is holding a meeting to actually go through all the petitions and make a decisions on them sensibly. Tomorrow, we're going to have a brief, or the chapter executives are going to have a brief as to the outcome of whatever decisions that was made. And going forward, we can now assure ourselves that we are going for an election on the 7th of December. So if you should ask me, I mean, basically, that is what is there to say. But Mansa Musa, before I let go of you,
I think it's rather October instead of December.
December, yeah.
No, 7th October. Yes,
yeah.
Please, yes. Listeners should forgive me if I had it wrong, but it's 7th of October, which is next month. Mansa Musa, before I go, let me use these 30 seconds to make a brief statement about the man in your studios. I mean, Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman is a product of conscience. He's an academician. He's a family man before everything. He has been a party person from day one. He has made his mark by being a contributor for the good, or for the goodness of this great party that myself and many of our supporters cherish so much. He's a unifier. He believes in the very ideals and values that makes up the NDC. We are talking about probity, accountability, and transparency. This is a man who is so civil. He says it as it is. Mansa Musa, let me use myself as an example. Unfortunately, I have to say this. Dog, sorry, I have to break protocol. When I had that banter with the outgoing chairman of the chapter, my very good brother Alhaj and Baba, when I think I went overboard anyway. Mansa, you wouldn't believe what my candidate did to me, and I had the opportunity to come to the same platform, or come on the same platform and apologize. Let me say this in vernacular. Yes, see, baby, so Mansa Musa, he's a man who will reprimand you when things go wrong. He doesn't entertain anything. Mansa, I can say, hand on chest, with all the commitment that I have dedicated to this great political party, the man in the studios is a decent, very civil, and an honest man. I'll vouch with my life for his integrity. He wants the best for the chapter. To me, I've asked him many times, how do you do it? Because at a point I said, dog, I don't have the heart to believe and to behave the way you are behaving. And he says, if you want to be a leader, something must be exceptional of you. So I'm surprised that, we went to Telford. Obviously, we all know how happened. The expectation would have been that you have the candidate or whoever arranged that sort of, platform for a commentary to even come out and apologize. But obviously, these are human institutions, and we have traits and characters or people behaving in a way that others wouldn't. So I'm encouraging cherished supporters that the chapter will be in safe hands. Dr. Ajiman is a man of principle. I mean, he has the experience, which is very important. I mean, when we are talking about the inner workings of the party, there has been an issue where he has explained. In fact, if not for him, many of our opponents or supporters, or let's say general membership, wouldn't have had an idea that even party contributions are not even named. We don't put out figures because of the laws that has been even enacted here in the UK. Now before people could carry monies and come in here and buy. Now, even as a political figure, You cannot do that because of some of these laws that has been enacted. And his working experience within the chapter, he knows the in and out of the chapter. He's got the appeal in Accra. Mansa, that's the most important thing. He's got the appeal. As a Londoner, right? As a Londoner, I believe that the party will be safe. Where we have the incoming president. Obviously, he's going to be the president in the next elections anyway. Coming around, and you have to have time and space for you to take him around and do stuff. So let's look at the dynamics from that angle. So I'm urging our supporters, I'm urging people who think about the goodness of the party. Blocking the 8 is not just a slogan. And I have proposed to say that if you want to block the 8, as a diasporan, especially in the United Kingdom, vote for Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyemang. He's a man of principle, very civil, a unifier, a man who will walk the talk. And I believe that come 7th of October, we shall do justice to the cause. And the cause is to make sure that politics is changed. The way we do politics in this part of the world is changed. That is why we have put out our programs. And I am encouraging all the competitors, especially those contesting my candidates. With all due respect, Doug, please allow me to mention the names. Honorable or Comrades Alhaji Bamba, the incumbent, my very good brother, Comrade Chairman Francis Kosiakwa from Sheffield or of Sheffield, and my very good brother and senior comrade, former chairman from Milton Keynes, Conrad Dumba. Please, let's urge our supporters, our campaign spokespersons, our campaign managers to be decorous. Let's urge them to be very civil towards each other, because at the end of these elections, I believe that at each point we are going to need each other to carry out our various agendas. Mansa Musa, I think I've said enough. I will leave you and my candidate to do the rest. But please, comrades, let's look at what the future holds for us as a party. We need a unifier. We need someone who will hold hands irrespective of whatever that has been said or done to him. And I believe that Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyemang has the experience and the humility and the experience to lead us to the Holy Land. And when I mean the Holy Land, we are going to assist John Mahama and the NDC in whichever form or way we can. We are going to make sure that we pool our resources, both in capital and in human, to undertake the task ahead of us. As daunting as it looks, I believe that with Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyemang, we are going to achieve the ultimate. And Samson, thank you so very much. God bless you, and I'll come back again for the final stuff.
National Democratic Congress NDC mwani no nyam forma ne mema mo UK ni Ireland chapter no ya yetienie gena so say beto aba every chapter chairman fofo na se de chinene mum no koto on swear enyo nyam for Dr. Joe Agyemang, the restoration man. The father say e dey party no enim kai odi amonyesema kutine yie ne wetu ni hwesi wa hofoma soro nkoso woni mu adwumade de e fa ne nkotitiro na esini nan so nwade bebre no de egu akwam a obeye de amaye bi ni se o sigina ye esiko no dwumade bia be kire party office na odisika 3 pounds empemenum na ato ase eye 5,000 pounds Osanju maguo ni mama honsu 1,000 pounds na ebe show mu dwumade mu kina na esigina ye dodon so a be kire afoforo omo betro mu din abeka party ne ho de omo mbrakura o omo se beka omo e-card ententem so na atwe adom abeka ye ho eye bosu memiense bia nso party mu mpanimfu a odi dwumade be show mu nse bia no obeto safro omo atena se na de ye de show mu nse no omo ebu ho apontam mako we di bebre na no be ya mayo onua se kwatre kwose be ma wontuma bisanidi ye ye nemnidi ni Dr. Joe Agyemang, the restoration man, chapter chairman ana yentumano.
Right, chapter chairman ana yentumano. Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyemang is here. Today is Tuesday, is campaign hour. And now it's time for the current affairs. Yanko.
So I think you were talking about Alan and the things happening. Yes, it's true that what Alan has done has managed itself to cover the bad things going on in Ghana, i.e. the limited registration and what the government itself is doing to Ghanaians. But what is less clear is the whole, what led to what happened yesterday. Let me give people or the listeners and the people watching us over the Facebook and the YouTube what actually happened. This started when the MPP wanted to amend the rules, the constitution, because you remember this story where our current chairman said Akromfo Dunso Ekopa Kromfo Penny, and now we don't know whether the one that came out as the Atayi is still doing Atayi job, or is up to the listeners to decipher whatever I'm saying, because the person that came out, we all know that the person that came out of the Akromfo Dunso is now the president, and we know whether the Akromfo Dunso is now a savior or angel or whatever, is all still a thief, we don't know, but that was said. So what they tried to do is, because they were 17, they amend their rules to say that 5 candidates, when they have more than five candidates looking to become the flag bearer, then they will bring the numbers to 5, like what they just done. But the rules of the game is, you go as a voter, you go there and you choose 5 candidates. That was the rule. You choose 5 candidates, not just one. But people that were trying to scheme the affairs of things towards one candidate decided to say that, no, you only choose one candidate among the law. Because they, in their mind, they were planning something bad against the other candidates. So they did that, and the National Council of the MPP accepted that. But before that, what they wanted to do, Nana and some senior colleagues who were scheming towards the current vice president, what they were trying to do is they wanted to make the Nasara coordinators automatic. They give them automatic rights for them to vote. So thinking that would boost their numbers. It didn't work. People complained against that, and then it fell through. So because of that, they designed, because when you look at Nana Akufo-Addo in elections, always this president finds way around things to get his way. And we all witnessed what happened where Ayawaso were gone, people got shot, and Techiman, what happened. And so back to the story. When they went there, they told these voters to choose one. And then out of that, when they knew that government officials, majority of the 900 people that went for the special delegate conference, they were government officials. And they told them, we know the number of the police station that you're using. We know how many DCs, how many MCs, how many chief executives of companies, how many ministers. So if you got 15 ministers, and you're going to a police station, and let's say we got laymen or the people, other people, say you got 3, and we got ministers at 15, of 18, definitely we are supposed to get 15 at least. Doesn't make sense. So that's what they did. That's the fear they give, and then nobody wanted to lose their job. So what they did is they voted massively for the current vice president. So thinking about going to meet the actual people with more over or around 300,000, then they decided to design another strategy to skew the election, the 4th November election, towards their preferred candidate. So what they decided to do is they started talking about using the MCEs and the government officials to become polling agents, or to mind the polling stations, so that, let's say you work under MCA, and you are going there, and the MCA is minding the polling station and it tells you that you need to vote for this candidate, Mansa Musa, you'll be scared. They'll put fear in you so that you vote. And then even some polling stations, that's what happened in Northeast. They wanted the voters to show. Yeah, they put it in such a way that they put the polling station, the polling booth in such a way that when you are voting, they will know who you are voting for, Mansa Musa. This is amicable, or amicable of Ghana democracy or the constitution. But they did that because who is in power? They are in power. They can do whatever. What they can do at the moment is to change a woman to become a man or a man to become a woman. But they are trying. You understand? So the point is, they did that. That's what when the woman, the Ken Japan's agent said something, they wanted to beat this woman up. And then Ken said, I'll give you showdown and everything. But Alan, like what you were saying, trying to be a gentleman and everything, look at what happened to his agent in Bono. They destroyed the person's eye. So that's what they did. So back to the story, or then they said, oh, because this person got the highest vote, they started putting pressure on other candidates to step down for this candidate. You see how they were doing things. And then people like Ken and they said, no, Honorable Boache Jaku came out and said, look, that's not NPP that I know. This is not what is in our constitution. I'm out. Then they wanted Ken and other people. There was even some writings going around that Ken has decided to step down and everything. And then Ken, through the brother, Rafa Japan, who is a lawyer, came out and then he said, no, it's not true. We are still in the game. And then, so that is what happened. And then we can say that this is not the government that wants free and fair elections. But we are prepared for it. As NDC, we are prepared for it. That's what I'm saying to UK and Ireland. This time, 2024, we will go there. We will send the money, all right, but we go there physically, like Ulong said. When you say resource, you've got the human factor and you've got the financial factor. We do both. If I'm a polling agent, I don't think any MPP guy can come and tell me that I'm giving you 100 Ghana and then you have to say the figure is this. No way. I don't need your money. I need President Mahama to be there with the majority needed to do the job, to continue the E-blocks, that are left in the bush. And now snakes and you name it, antelopes and whatever, and the rats, they are playing chess killing there. That's a Ghanaian version of golf. You understand? So that's how it is. But saying all this, let me come back to Honorable Chamatin. Mansa Musa, that's the bad thing that they done. But he benefited the same way. 2008. He was the darling of the day. But it wasn't as bad as what we see these days. You understand? But can you measure how, when something is bad? Can you measure it? That's why you shouldn't do something bad. But if you're doing something bad, somebody can do something worse than that. My friend Nigerian will say, oh, it's worse than bad. Oh. You understand? I don't know where you got that English from, but he keeps saying it. So that's what they did. And then he was pampered by President Kufuor. He was pampered because in his mind, because President Kufuor made him an ambassador in US, and when he's moving with the ambassadorial car and then with the Ghana flag, coat of arms, flying, you think, oh my God, it's good. I can be a president. You understand? Nobody. To be a president is not a birthright. You understand? You need to understand the game. Back to what happened 2008. Nana kept quiet despite all the things that they did against this man. He went through, and then people saw that this is our preferred candidate. You understand? Okay. So what I don't understand about this man, and I'm ever so sorry to say this, is why do you have to get out? You should have gone the same way Nana did. And who knows? You understand? This is not the first time he's done that. If not the second, the third time. He is using people's heart. But we, be careless. Because why? We are talking about it because it's a political party in Ghana, and then they're in power. That's what we are talking about. Other than that, we NDC people, we are thinking about how to make Ghana better. That's what we are thinking, not what they're doing, Mansa Musa. So that's for him. But the MPP people, I don't trust them. Look at what happened to Fomena MP. He went on as an independent, and God forbid, there's no way that Alan Chamati can become a president of Ghana anyway. But what I'm saying is, in case, right? Who is going to use? Because the constitution is saying that the majority of the ministers, they have to come from parliament. So let's say what happened in Benin, where somebody became independent president. Let's say it happens. Is he going to choose the majority from the MPP side, or is he going to choose from the NDC side, or he's going to do the union government like what you call head of state General Achampo couldn't do? You see, this man, the way I see him, Mansa Musa, if I may say, it looks like he's a leader who has lost control of a fast-moving situation. You understand? And then he's doing things anyhow. Then that's not what we want. Ghana, we need someone who is focused, like President Mahama. We need someone that can think, someone who can say that this airport has been there for years. People are not visiting Ghana, people are not coming through because the airport was so dilapidated. And then he built Terminal 3. We all know what happened when he was building it. He was using money, and the money was whatever, but now I can tell you, we got Nigerians coming there just to spend 3 days, weekend, because of the airport. That is the vision of a good leader. That's the vision of a political party that wants to make Ghana better place for people to live in. You understand? That is not a president who is not that tall can come and tell us that I'm renting a private jet because I can't stretch my legs. That's not what we want as Ghanaians. President Mama, if I may say, is taller than the current president. He sat on that plane for long time without complaining. I've never heard President Mama complain about that his knees or whatever. I've never heard that. It was sheer way of convincing people to spend our money anyhow. And we are there and they're watching, Mansa Musa. So what I'm trying to say now is MPP is not the party that we should put our hope in. They are fast gone. They are moving very fast, very fast. Their car is moving very fast to the ditch. If they are not in ditch now, I think they are about to. So I'm asking people who listen to us that please give me the note here. Let's put everything together, unite ourselves, and go and help President Mama and NDC as a party. And I'll say something, Mansa Musa, before I end. I'll say something. UK and Ireland, we are sitting on the gold mine. Somebody will ask me why. We haven't thought about it. Mansa Musa, this is the first time we got two members of our own being PC, going to become MPs. If we can help these people to get there, Mansa Musa, I've read around the world, I've spoken to so many people, they haven't any chapter that's done this, Mansa Musa. So if people will believe what I'm saying or will come with me, let's put our hope and put these two people, Simon Awarigo, Novrongo Central, Mavis Kukwa Bisiu, Ahanta, then everyone will recognize this. You just said something that this has happened to cover up what's happening in Ghana, isn't it? Yeah. So with all the sins and everything that we were not able to have our elections and everything, and Mansa Musa, if you are able to do this thing to give the party the majority needed, Mansa Musa, I think our sins that we've done or everything that we've done against this party will be forgiven. That is my personal thinking, Mansa Musa. You understand? So I challenge all the other competitors to come together to make sure these wonderful 2P members, key members, become what they want. And then when they stand, I've got a vision, Mansa Musa. I've got a vision that one, they are standing there talking and then they are mentioning UK and Ireland. And Mansa Musa, you say to yourself, wow. You understand? That's what we expect. Politics, like you said, to move people, for people to listen to what you're saying, for people, but you don't use your influence to do something bad, Mansa Musa. You use to do something good. That's what Mansa Musa have stand for. That's what Mansa have stood for. Mansa Musa, let me tell you the truth. The truth is, people want power. They want the authority from the people, because politics is about giving yourself and exchange it, because it's a social contract. You exchange with the people and you do what they want. But people get this power, they want to sit on the neck of other people or their shoulders. That is not right today, that's not right tomorrow, and it cannot be right future to come. So we have to come together. But talking about this, Mansa Musa, I would say that this current government, they want to go for a loan from South Africa company and use our oil field as collateral. That's what they are doing. So I'm begging, I'm pleading with people, I'm pleading with you, let's come together, get this government out, so that all these things that, look, think about get fund. Think about what? Even cocoa trees in Ghana has been collateralized, for loans. What else? And now you want to use our oil. The oil that we only go is even more than 15%. The 15% or less than 50% that we want, this government wants to use it as a collateral. Is that fair? So, my brothers and sisters, listen to me tonight. Let's come together. Let's come together. Let's stop the infighting. Make sure we vote wisely. We help President Mahama and the NDC as a party get the majority needed to do the good things. Because this government has lost it all, Mansa Musa. So I thank you for listening to me tonight. And Thursday will be the tree version. Having said that, people can call in any language that they want to. If you want to, how you can express yourself. Call and then let's all talk together, because this is not the time that we're going to say something and then change it. We have to talk or the walk the talk. We have to practice what we preach. That's the only way. The lost trust that people have got towards politicians, that will come back. And I promise you one. Thank you.
Right, so that is a message coming from Dr. Joe Uswajiman. He's outlined a laboratory on what is happening in Ghana with regards to the chairman Alan Cash Gate. Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, oppression of the land, forward and seek your future, development our God, from vision to victory, the NDC strengthen unity from victory to victory. The NDC shall lead stable democracy. Ghana, our strengthen unity. Ejo bana Victory is our land. Victory is our land. JJ is a winner. Ghana, of the drop of the land, power and secure future. People love our God. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead stable democracy. Ghana, our strength in unity. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead stable democracy. Ghana, our strength in unity. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead stable democracy.
Right. So I think everyone has had you've all had your fair share of the vim, of the kudus, and now back to action. Like I said, from the very beginning, I told you that we are going to, Dr. George Ajma is going to talk about dementia. Dementia. A very, very serious human deficiency whenever it happens. I haven't heard the history that dementia happens to young children or young adults. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I haven't heard it. It is something more to do with old age and growing old. What my Mansa Musa used to say, what a shame. What a shame. You see, like that guy, what's the name? What's the name of that animal? The pig. The pig and their children. One of the small babies look at the mom and the dad and say, "Oh mama, oh papa, wait till make your mouth big." Then the dad said, "You are a pekin. You too, you go grow one day, you go know." Anyway, Dr. Joe, enough of me making fun of things. That dementia. Dementia is what we are going to talk about tonight. Take it away.
Okay, thank you, Mansa Musa. But can I please ask, because I've got 3 messages. They're all asking about President Mohammed's victory coming again.
I know. I thought it was rather that one I played, no?
No.
So that one was the anthem. Okay.
Yeah, because coming again. I think somebody said he was dancing with the anthem, but he wants to couple with the,
Okay, no problem. Let me get it. It will take some few seconds to get it. Get it ready. So, Mahama, victory. Victory.
The victory song.
And it is just seconds. It's nothing now going to power, you know what I mean? So let's see. Okay, now let's go there.
The victory of
proceed to number 2. I don't know. In future, you never know, maybe they will change it again. Right, Dr. Joe Sajma, let's go.
Okay. Thank you for doing this for me, and that's why people love this radio station.
NFM Radio.
What is dementia, Mansa Musa? It is something that people ask that question, and dementia it's just a term for people that normally have memory loss. The language they can't speak, they can't solve any problem. If you even ask 1 + 1, they take time for them, and they can't remember anything. And when we talk about dementia, it's not one disease. It's like umbrella term. It's the same as when somebody got heart disease. It could be angina, it could be hole in the heart, it could be anything. It could be blood pressure, heart disease. You understand? So that's how it is. So, but what takes the major chunk of dementia, about 60 to 80%, is Alzheimer's. And somebody will ask, what are you interchanging words and what's Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's disease is the brain disorder where somebody either is slow to say something or calculate, or in actual terms, it destroys the memory and thinking skills. That's what it does. So eventually the person is not able to do simple things that I would say, pick up this bottle, and the person take it to, just for the brain to coordinate, to say you need to pick it, you need to use your hand to pick it. Because the moment you want to pick up and somebody says pick up, the brain will interpret and say pick it up, and you do it straight away. But they are not able to do that. So that's what Alzheimer's disease is. And normally we say the brain hasn't got normal activities. It cannot do normal activity. And when we say somebody is not able to do normal activity, it means the person is not independent. The person cannot function using the brain on his or her own. And that is very serious. That's why when you do the course that we are talking about, dementia friend, they ask you, when you speak to somebody who's got dementia, what you need to do is you need to slow down, listen to the person, take time with the person. If he's on telephone, you need to listen and repeat what the person has said to you. If the person said, I want you to bring me water, you need to ask the person, did you just say you wanted me to bring water? And the person said, no, that's not what I'm saying. So you need to get time. You don't rush like any other person. So people have done the course, they know how to treat these people. Not people in our background or back home where they think somebody at that age of dementia is a witch. If it's a man, then it's what you call bebunsam, and if a woman is a bayfor, and everything is attributed to these people. But it's a disease, that we have to talk about. And talking about the Alzheimer's, we have I just want to put a small amount of pharmacology in there. What's happening is when somebody is having Alzheimer's, the science has told us that the person's got microscopic bleeding in the brain, but they don't know. And brain cells, I must say this, the other day I said it, and then I think I've got some answers, and the answer didn't come, so I was going to tell the third one. We've got some cells in the body that when you lose them, it will never come back. Brain cell is one of them. When your skin, you got cut or something like that, you can see that it can heal, and another skin will come, and then even if you're lucky, you won't even be scarred. You understand? But brain is not like that. That's why when somebody loses the brain cells, so the typical example is somebody who's drinking heavily. This alcohol will destroy the brain cells, and the person in Chi, they will say, "Oh, can't be one no sansa, or can't be a want it." Now you are tiny. The person so when you see the colleague people around, and then early in the morning in London or in our cities, you see these people drinking K and other thing, they have their bottle. These people, it's very difficult for you to convince them because the brain cells, they are gone. You understand? So that's what it is. And I don't want to talk too much about this because the more you go into the pharmacology, it confuses people. So I'll go straight to the symptoms, and then we end there. Thursday we continue, and because this is a special request by Dr. Ambrose, and because when you go to Ghana, there are places like Gambaka camp and in northern region where they think somebody's a witch, and then they will say they send the person there because the person is showing the symptoms of dementia, and they say the person is a witch. But the funny thing is, I haven't seen always women, isn't it?
Yes.
And then shocking. Why not men? Because men, they've got dementia as well. So why women? That shows us that society, our society in Ghana, men are, but I think if it's going to be any camp here, it's be both men and women here. But, or it will be more men here because the women are, women are very, so let's leave it out there because there's a lot of politics and everything involved. What are the symptoms and signs of dementia? The person has got short-term memory. You say something, and anyone suffering from dementia, you say something, tomorrow, you want to follow up with the person says, he never told, I haven't even seen you. I know a lady that he was going through the same symptoms, and they took this person to a local priest. I'm talking about fetish priest, and the fetish priest gave her, and then the lady was saying all sort of things. I killed this person, and then the person would say, "Oh, we wanted more. Other than you're gonna die," and the woman said, "I killed Jesus Christ." So that's the end of it, isn't it? Think about how many years Jesus Christ that he says, "I killed Jesus Christ," and the people saw that there was something wrong. So, but these people, they are clever. I'm talking about I don't want to use the word clever. They are crafty. They put these the bow of crocodile, denture man, they can put in their nails, and then they dip into something. And the woman said, if you are not saying everything, you're gonna die, and they will kill the person. But because over there we don't do postmortem, I drew chin and you understand? But they kill them. These people are very wicked, and then if it happens in the Western world, they will do postmortem, check, the toxicology analysis and everything, and they will know that the person was killed. But in Africa, i.e. Ghana and other West African countries, the moment the person is witchcraft and and they can even put something in the food or drink for your stomach to be big, destroy your liver. Because the moment your liver is being destroyed, you can see that your stomach will be ballooned. And when they see that, you see, because it's not saying that the adrenaline chain the river, abetanium. Oh, this is a kind of nonsense that people do to destroy a soul. So we have to be very careful about this. And then these people are not able to keep track of their purse or wallet or something like that. So the person will put it there and come accuse you that you stole the wallet. And then you go in, and then the next minute you go there and find it somewhere, and you say, "Oh, you were sitting here." He said, "No, I haven't been there. I haven't been there." The person will argue the whole day. He will never admit that he's been there. And this is a sign of dementia. And paying bills. They forget about the time they have to pay their bills. So they have to get carers that can help them to do what they're supposed to do. And planning and preparing this. This is the case that I saw myself. And this lady put food in the microwave, forgot about it, put the microwave about 1 hour or whatever, and then boom, that was a disaster, So we have to go or be closer to these people. We have to be close, and then if it's your family member, you need to encourage them to do certain things, and that's what we can do, because our society, because of the extended family, It's not this country that we can just go and chuck the person in a nursing home and say that's it. It's the hasta la vista, or bye bye. In Turkish you say gule gule. You can't do that. We look after our old people, and because we try to give back what they give to our mothers and fathers. That's what we do, and sometimes they don't remember the appointment as well. So we have to help them to set alarm or do something, and then write things boldly for them to remember. I said, you got appointment, you have to go, and or something like that. And then sometimes they become, because they want to say something, and then the speech is not coming. What they were trying to say is like they become very aggressive as well, because have you seen that people who cannot speak certain language properly, when they are talking to you and they start asking questions, they become aggressive.
Yes.
Because they think you are laughing at them. And I can say typical English people, they do that. When they see that they want to pardon me. See, they want to bring you down because it's like they don't. What you are saying, you're not saying it properly. That's what they do. So people can do that too. So in their mind, I'm talking about people with dementia, they think you are putting them down, and they behave that way. And sometimes when it gets worse, these people can travel outside the neighborhood, and then sometimes they go missing, and we have to look up that. There's a case that police look after them. In the end, they found this lady sitting at the corner of another house, and then, why are you sitting here? He said, this is my home. How can somebody's corner be your home?
Yes.
You understand? So it's not something that we have to it's not an easy situation, I must be honest. So when we see something like that, we need to help them. They need help, our assistance, rather than castigating them and thinking that they are something else. So I will end here, and Thursday we continue from where we left up because of the time and everything. So thank you very much, Mansa Musa, and everyone listening to me.
My question, I don't know if you answered it. Dementia, can it affect younger aged people?
What they say is
we know. I mean, naturally, almost every disease can catch, as they say.
Yes.
In a grown-up.
There's autoimmune disease that can destroy your own cells.
Okay.
And people like that, it can destroy the brain cells.
Even when they are young.
Yeah. You understand? So if you're not lucky, and then you get that disease,
yes.
And at the same time, if you're not lucky, and then you get stroke,
okay,
and then it destroys the brain. You understand? Those people, when they are coming back, they can talk. Their speech becomes a bit. You cannot. It become a bit slur, and then the way they talk and everything. So we are all not that safe. You understand? That's why we advise people to be very careful when you are drinking alcohol, when you are smoking, when you are doing this. Be careful what you do. Because if you're not careful and you get out there and your brain cells are destroyed, it means you can be in that area, but that is not the natural setting. That's artificial setting. Sure. That doesn't make sense because something has caused that. But the one that we are dedicating our health topic tonight is the age-related dementia. Does it make sense? Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Selina say good evening, Mansa Musa. She goes on, we have few days more to the election. I urge you, comrades, to vote for Dr. Joe Swajima as the chairman of UK Ireland chapter. Thank you. That's what she has signed off with. She's thanking me.
Yeah, I'm ever so grateful.
So,
yeah.
That is all well and good. Right. So, three and some few hundreds, 3,000, 600.
So 3,600.
Call.
Yeah.
You just listen. I know people want to listen, but just sometimes call in with your messages or anything.
Yeah.
So we know that you care, because we can sit here and talk all for England, but sometimes we want your reaction as well. Dr. Ambrose said, "Oh, my dementia just tune in. My regards to both. Oh, so you miss it as well when we talked about it. You see, oh, Dr. Mansa. Right. So, okay. The topic for tonight has been, like I say, the I mean, there's so much lack of understanding, the confusion-based activity of Alan Tremantin. Like I said, he is confused and he is confused and is making some of us also confused. Honestly, because when you leave a party and you are talking as if you still love the party, and well, you can say, okay, I wish them well, but to go about, this shenanigan as though you feel like you have to speak nicely and softly in order not to spoil them. Now I'm confused. What exactly that man wants Ghanaians to do, honestly speaking?
But I think he's moving away from being softly, and movie, because he's giving it to Chemawun to me. I don't know if you read that.
Yeah, I've seen it, but
and when he went to UTV, I've listened to him, Mansa Musa. That's the Englishman will say that was on Alan.
Okay.
He gave it to me. Said, "I made you this, that."
I read that,
and then it was tough, Mansa Musa. If it was intrigued, and if you listen to what he was saying, I think he's giving to you. And this guy hasn't come back. So I think at the moment, when
it's all well and good, if you are.
I didn't like the way he was talking, Mansa Musa.
You get a middleweight and you are punching. Everybody says, he's going to win. The one he has to give to is the people who he feels, who
done him wrong.
Done him wrong. The people that are, at the top of affairs. If you are facing up like Kani Japan said, showdown to Baumia and even Kufa, he mentioned the names. So he Alan must go to the top, fight from the top. Then we see that he's serious.
Yeah.
But when he's only punching the small boys, it's not fair. Mr. Dazi, hello.
Yeah, Mansa Musa.
Akwaba.
Mansa Musa.
Yes.
Pacha mejo sona pacha na Musa motse.
Yeah, who ye pa?
Mo de collaborating ampa which ampa mo ohima kroma ampa. Mansa Musa pacha nim. Asa intro no baba nyina no pacha ma asida a emu edu kese pa enkoma Dr. Joe Ajimama yen. Wo de ona ben no me ne memben no. Mansa Musa anka we be sense identity medanase because of exercise na ekoso no. And now I had deep mania so papa for you so. Mansa Musa Santa nipa ya de already osawe. But so when you na yen so insane anything. The master me can say Dr. Joe Ajima Owo. Sanka ye participant na we bi anka. Masa sama we man running meet and but anka insane no. But you be den. Sana aba no. And so the chairmanship no to support me pass the UK and our chapter there. Mansa Musa Mbachona Ben Pachoda Nasamame. Mansa Musa me say ade wa yama me say so many ne pa na say me say Mansa Musa. Ene je nkrofo bi panya ye wa chire. Me say feda me tu ni bebia yenyi. Me say mama frame me boss ki bako our UK and our chapter yi. Me say o Dr. Joe Ajima me Pachoda Roma. You know bia me ko fa mo fi me fa say pokosa be so de ba me fa say center ho na me fa say o ma be registration no. Pacho ye ho abekyen kakra ma ya beka. Nipa almost about 150 I go for munya ba na me say na ka wa e dia ma me. I say ato e sen. Wa fa no say amenya o de faka no ko. Me fa wo ka ma wo. Enti Mansa Pacho Mansa Musa say say nipa bi say me Pacho en so bi e say na ya na. Mansa Musa no mania chia pro so na me se pese me ka cho say enka wo aside bi Pacho dana me de fa so no dana say ma me. Mansa Musa de bi on so oba hwe ne health sector mpo de bampo. Hwe to so bi wa no yare we e free o. O si enchen so ye ka koto aba no so a obese health screening. The mama pass the delegate no me pass all the education na pa no more education no se bi mpo no more advice sem pa chokona ko no do ya or more advice for free for the ono kata the campaign o no obi o se kokoto wo so tu we si o se or the support partnership Mansa Musa say o me say consultation o anse we ka ko doctor ye ga na anse we ka ko consultation ko doctor no Masa masa yesi ka koto na betua wo. Wo tutu be se train na kana pekeke se kwa ko doctor. Ono ko edro nim. Na se ma we so try se free consultation de mamo. Se free screening or show nka se mo jim se obenya ho de because we won say abrochi awona de de no how be film no. O se ba be hwe hu se won pom de net sene. And said Dr. UK and Ara chapter. When you be papa be said Dr. Joe Ajimana so ba be do many man. But you so say to straight. And can you Ghana is in a contest for MPship. Come up say to winning in Putima. I can do be say how hype my hope was so pan. Me say UK and chapter say and Chairman so. Ya kajama 2 weeks and 1 week. Mazamusa Bachomeboa. I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
It's in a catch on me say in ye mega menya your Jane. Yenyame no ato kwam na dase ni njoka jopo kwase woka won panye fa kanye fon shikeje kan won nje wo boss Dr. Juwajima ni tuma pa na etu ne kan support ni ejeme wo po no Ghana po ni bi po na efi ne kan support wo po nje nyeme ejemu efi no
NFM Radio
inkegme ni kabo wi one wo transport ni wo ba kayeku wo wole make ja besuke ni bikeba na ka ma afele limited registration wonyam no wo twale no ka Dr. George mo he fi wo ke nyam ne hi ashika nya ka pia transport no Kenya ka chi won panye fa ka chi be a sheta 7 be a share almost 1 week to 2 weeks nye for shike nya kan ale wo la ka je for shike kan ale nye elect bom ko pa ne ba hie ne ba partner John Drama ni mama 2024 election name no na ka che kele je ba free transport ni ne e print tickets ne ba Ghana ne ba fe pour agent kan we bie ne bo mo ne ejampo ko no tuma pa ne tuo ne ke ska e wulu e sponsor we bie ahun ne ba shije ne ba bie o na ke ba fe ni bi ne ba fe no ne mo fo support ale me nda yeshi mazamuza medama se
Yo. Yes, yeah, that's it, baby. 0048. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa. Sidana Medema when Dr. George. So, Motinia capture my said the mamma dementia on you. So, all the Ghana to someone about a dementia, anyone in the Antinama, your Gambaga, which camp. And say, Ghana form Mutina, no one tries on the share to all platforms, no one tea. So that it will serve as a lesson to us. Yeah, I'm way and almost and Omuni and if you have obeyed. But no, because of ignorance. And see, Madam Wasepa, na wish Dr. George Manso was in upcoming or impending elections.
You
and all the aspirants. So that's all what I'll say. And I also appeal to you: reach out to all the 4 aspirants that I need money. My constituency need money to bash people, so they should support me.
You.
And the American no mature yeah. What do you know? Because you know, I'm coffee.
You. Yeah, that's it, baby. Yes, yeah, that's.
NFM Radio.
Right. So this is that is it. The Dr. Mansa, one of our regular callers and regular listeners as well. He is happy with this health topic for tonight, and so should all of us. I mean, we should make ourselves, available for such discussions, because you never know when the, such information might come in handy. You never know.
We were saying something about Alan.
Yes.
At the moment, it is too soon to say how it will end, to be honest, because I don't know. Now the party and the what they call MPP party, through their general secretary, came out to say something as well. Yeah. So we don't know what's coming out of it, but we watch them. We be just watching them and see, because internally they are destroying. They say they want to break the aid, but they are destroying the aid inside. So, but we can only watch them and see what they have to do, and then what else can you do?
I see. I see. Right, let's see what else Hajia can do. Let's put this one here and put this one here and invite Hajia Akumapa. Hello, Hajia, good evening.
Good evening, Masa Musa.
Yo, you had your boko on a kwaba.
Yenua me chiamo free Julobi house.
And that's why I knock you. Say I invite you to Julobia. But this idea by China when you scan be free.
Me say I'm greeting you from the land of Julobi house.
Jilobi.
You still know I good for you because you are very close to Julobi. Yeah, we are far away. And you are very, very fortunate to be.
Sa Julowe dia mi na o wia mi o wa wia mi da. Ana we wu ko na ne bi no so aba na onu so wia ne ata no. Na me hu ga na mo obo.
Oh dear. I see.
Eni mu guasia eyi ase wo ya se wo tene onsa tia ba ko akire.
Agia.
Yes.
Twaso. Line no etiko kakrak, but aba.
Ne yetimu ani. MPP. Eye mamboye for party. Akronfo Julobi so party for. Yankopon. Eye omoto akire Ghana. For and ana ye ka omo ho asema wo ka fra unhu bebi a wo femfiri unhu bebi a wo kosi na ni na no ye ka na dey akira Mansa say this have consequences and Ghana wo be didi a eti se nia wo be project bi e wo wiem as say wo spend this capital ansa na wa ye den we didi wan fa adwen anko ho a untimi didi we nyina every ababoni a Ghana for ye kwaji 2 mu 2016 na edu oyene ede ba Ghana wenti NMA NDC for ye tena in the unso no as you say fire ho adwen na ye de bre Ghana for na any Ghana for kabo na ya akoko for the second time ede amagana o kai say emra na Kwame Nkrumah etiso no aku follow papa no eno mo ankasa eno na omo CIA agent edima abrofo eton Ghana edima abrofo no enti na enya nwanwa MPP for ba so omo hunu Ghana ensuo nyina ensuo tini nyina e da Ghana omo hunu nyina sa egudi a ewo fom nyinara esa se aku follow papa ebe yes ceremonial president no Yamano koko se on fan kwa ono ni nkoto no koko no sinki e wo ship mu ba no nko ade otimida ni electrical fish as toki obi adi pesio no e ba abonten I don't think anyone say the ba no so be sa we nyina na ye kafra na ye ka tre UK Island for say Ghana for the ye ya to ya ba from constituency and now back constituencies obe who says our district level election limited registration ye constituencies not here ginem e san say ye koto aba no ye so omo party no e da omo akoma binti no mayi omo ye ma omo ye eduma ye kodu region so ye bi Greater Accra na me want Greater Accra dey na me nim and say am ko beti a wo say honorable Ashimo onam only the former the friend said running mate of his excellent John Dramani Mahama 2020 airport Greater Accra Mia registration ne ko to akwado fa akwado fo ama ye call national so nipa ba ko etimi ko yi na yɛkɔ national no so no yɛkɔyi mpanyinfo a ɔmo animdeɛ ɔmo akukuduro nea ɔde ɔmo anim ɛyɛ Honorable Johnson Asiebu Ketia ɛnyinaa yɛ nim sɛnea papa no tie grassroots fo asɛm Mansa Musa wa wani tua UK and Ireland chapter
NFM Radio
yɛ dede wɔ ho yɛne no kɔtena ase yɛde n'akyi kɔ efie n'akyi ba office yɛne no kɔtena ase ka kyerɛ sɛ ɔnyɛ na UK Ireland chapter for election no more mo sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi Kenya party no brɛ kupɛ ayɛ te sɛ nea UK Ireland chapter ɔmo election a yɛanya ne nti no ama asa party na ati adabi because edua biara ne ntini no tete a edua no ntimi so aba ntimi nyina mpo ebewu so ati nti party no so ne ru bi no ɛyɛ UK and Ireland okre odiosie ɛyɛ oyo ɛhyɛ yɛ bɔ sɛ mayɛ nwɔre nhyehyɛ yɛ pa ɛna ɔyɛ wayɛ nhyehyɛ yɛ pa ama ɛnɛ abrowa ayipoma ɛwɔ kwan mu a yɛde de nyinaa hyehyɛ so a yɛba abɛto aba afei ɛna mene UK and Ireland for ɛba abɛdi nkɔmmɔ ketewa bi kɛkɛ ne yɛka kyerɛ mo ane sɛ yɛn yɛayɛ adwuma no ɛfa kɛseɛ no nyinaa yɛayɛ bi UK and Ireland for ɛsan sɛ mo na moyɛ ntini a yɛamfa mo angu nkwan mu a nkwan ne nyɛ de motiri mu nso so a nkwan ne nyɛ de yes sɛ yɛamfa mo angu ntini no nkwan no mu a ɛkyerɛ sɛ mokɔto abapa na mo yi ɔkandifo papa ɛboa ma NDC yɛnya tumi ɛgye efiri MPP fo nsɛm ɛno nti ɛna de bia yɛba a yɛtɔn yɛ candidate Honorable Dr. Joe Ajiman akyerɛ mo sɛ ɔno ne nkyene na yɛde bɛgu nkwan no mu a ɛbɛyɛ de no etiri mu a ɛbɛsɛe no ɔmo ne nkurɔfo a na ɔmo kita party a ɔmo asɛe no atete na apansa no ɛwɔ UK and Ireland yɛsrɛ mo saa nkurɔfoɔ no asefoɔ nyinaa no ɔmo nyɛ nkurɔfoɔ a wɔbɛboa yɛ yɛsrɛ yɛnim sɛ nyame adom mɔhu ne great crafoɔ yɛ no national yɛwie yɛkora ma sɛ by elections a ɛkɔ so yɛ kumawu ana ase north mɔhu sɛnea elections no esi kɔfaeɛ nti mo deɛ mo wɔ big chance to make a right choice for the NDC. Yes, Ramu Kotodue Bufo, yes, Ramu. Any DNA of Buo Fine so you can Ireland before. Mamu Tia Kuma, Makuya and Senho. Party no, the Dati Nina Ekitabo. Yet, Diana, dear Mamu said, Ekitamu said, Muna Power no Eshemusem. About 2 Muka on the 7th, and when a better and say NDC, Papa, and I say, Papa. Yes, Ramu. Yes, in your wire depend on NFM ayeboaf. Dr. Joe money na ye jumada as a vice chairman. Money na ho brasie na ho keka senior party ne esida na kuma so esifa. Senior oye nkabo mufuo. Senior oye obi a on sisi nipa. So no oye obi a on ni party ejapade. Onye obi a oye pesemi nkuminya. Yenuano me ka kire mo da me say doc me ni anya issues bebre o say oh adia me say me ni wo ya adia member ka na wa beka yes esise me kan because in politics you have to make everything known now crofo obobre any eduma pa odi ama party me say registration we ayeye the wa doctor di no ho adim the car all say me hwe ne say me say wow obi drop party say kekekwa Nkrofo bi krofo aba positions 2012 to 16 aye ko opposition omo one person abo misi Madina ha krampo omo di party no fa so anya positions agi aketua krampo o Madina ha no menia se nipa ne de ade bi bra wa nsuo 2 parts obeton de beye 30 cities so ena o de baba boa sika pa we say e wo registration we mu tambia obefe rem agia na munye nsuo de munye aduane ye omo ye de agency ne omo aduane anapa ye omo aduane awia say party ne da papa na akoma so to the extent that as on fa na ebusuafo ajapade nyina nfa mbeboa. These are the kind of people I have me say Mansa Musa me for election me winning not based on say me was sika o debi I'm out for two abama me because omu say me party ni da makoma so enti me wuma party na me wukura me tina me nanso eye dwuma ma party na me devote me time any my hunting ana me die enu ntina me call elections a na me winning wonu say ne madina for to me din akomapa no omo san the freedom fighter akavu biom ama because omo wuru say me obi a me to party entertain bia no party bi bia fa me nsem a me di bre party say nia asemesi aboa Dr. Joe Madina for nim no say oninie but emwa wa ya ma Madina for ye yenka constituency awa adopting hu enti na me lobby mpo na me adom na say onya chairmanship na me pa na cho say all adopting Madina nka the constituencies no because nia all ya ma yen wo Madina no e buru kura mpo say enka wa adopting but ofin say ono adopt baby for so be adopt na obi anya ni certificate no kita mesre UK and Ireland before say adi power fear oye ewi ase so adi pakuta wa ya untewu adi odi to nchen na weni akwa ko die ti ofina mamu nya ne saada mamu nya mo ho afafanto de afafanto na ye friend say ala tramantin akwa no afafanto no de on the na ho fe bejejo na wakwa ko jawo sudu eni enti mesre you can Ireland NDC for yan faye na uya ankuri lokacin ya kai Dr. Joe ga da muke batun shi muke ga ya muku wallahi kuka ge fa mai kuriya za ku gan kaman kun ge fa mutun kuriya za ku gan kaman kun ge fa mu kokari kuriya ya rika party ga yayi ban shawa mutane su bi mu kaman ba su taba ganin party ba daga UK and Ireland muna rokan ku ya tun promise mu youth and women's wing ni ya shi da yake da shi yayi muna sannan kuma party nan in a total party nan gaba da yanda zai doki yake ko ya hankuri kuma mu duka mu mara mai baya mu vote mai maza Musa me de nyankopon ejamu dog koso na ye wejuma pa no na adanse ni die nyame ankasa ebedi final adanse no e di amaye minim say UK and Ireland for omayo madin de say insha Allah omo be to aba e di amawo na won so da ache wo be boa ama party no aya akono for UK and Ireland nyame asomdie nkabo no on boa mo e wo UK hono insha Allah nyame ya aduma e be ba be one of these days.
Yo, Aja, yeah, that's it, brain.
Ala Musa, so better take it up, mami na maba.
Yes.
Me Jimmy boss ba ko pe.
Thank you.
Na me ka ho ate.
Brilliant. Adianche. Bye bye. Mr. Losa Guinea.
Ala Musa, so better take it up, mami na maba.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Mansa.
Okay, it's you.
Some part before say me proceed cramp on Mr. Dog, mami breaky protocol kakra. Me here ye party anthem no because ye here say ye be arise to secure not only the victory for the NDC but for our great nation Ghana. And see, my mama and some bossa way no mammy, the patrol be brave, what aroma.
Yo, Yati, where are we? Which one are you talking about?
The patrol, the voice from the west, and the best has always come from the west. The one from your friend is Mia Martin, Julius Aka.
Oh, party anthem.
Ah, okay. So you are talking about the NDC party.
Yeah, anthem no.
Okay, that's fine. And we can get you the anthem as quickly as.
For what you are doing, you are going to have problems with me for me buying you the go-to.
That's blackmailing.
Honestly.
Now you have to buy cow head.
Yeah.
Now, you are a challenge, dog. You see your man for the studio there. The moment you walk out of the studio, he's going to come and say, Mata, make sure that my good
is in the fridge.
Is in the fridge. But obviously, I'm going to sort him out anyway. Yes, that's what I mean. This is the spirit, man.
Of the land, for weather and seek your future. People love men our God, from vision to victory, and this initially. Our strength unity, from victory to victory, and this shall be. Faithful Democrat, our strength unity. Of the land, power and secure future. People love it, our God. From victory to victory, and this shall lead. Stable Democrat, Ghana, our strength to unity. From victory to victory, and this shall lead. Stable Democrat, Ghana, our strength to unity. From victory to victory, and this shall lead. Stable Democrat.
Right, so I've played that one. Before I continue today, I listened to one of my favorite morning show people.
How are 800,000 marks?
Jaina Wepra. The Onya TV, Onya Radio people. And tonight, today it was Mame Yatiti was also discussing kidney failure in Ghana's hospital and the rest, and how difficult it is, how they don't have the machines, dialysis machine and the rest, and there are plenty of things. And he said she was doing a phone in Abolo and Los Munyabutre. So she was doing the phone in, and the phone calls were coming in, which is okay. It's nothing, it's normal for the phone calls to come in. One phone call, I was really disturbed. Right, that he sent his child to the hospital. The nurse wanted to have the veins to put, to take the blood or so, and he couldn't find. In fact, this has happened to even me here. You see, they say you are too fresh, they can't even find a vein and that sort of thing. So in the end, this caller said he got so angry and I slapped her. You see, up to today now, I've just remembered. It's just right now until Yatiti have sent me a thumbs up. I finish, I'll call her that. He should have just told the man off. He should have even removed whatever, they were discussing about the shortcomings, no machines, then some nurses too are not good and this, a whole lot of, which is fine, we all know. Some nurses are bad. But to slap and say no, and And she took it so normally. And you born assume. And I'm born assume. Maybe that home. Maybe just said, baby, I'm if you know. And koye. And Kruma Pawana me. Oh, Ness no. So Kumuni Pakura no. And Bran and Nini Betty. And you will answer born assume. I mean, so microphone.
I always say, me trains, no. It be your mo. Your Kogana, no more year, you know. Oh, take blood, no. Masa Musa. Hey, me who says, needle, yet me will cramus and now running came. Masa Musa, why am I saying no, stop. All you have to do is for Bibi Eshaha. In Papa, aha, and I'm kind of, you must look at me. I don't say, my Jumana, Bemo, so the same, you know, I'm saying, say what you ma. Enti, o mama me le kan say. So wuntimi nya ja na papa ne mo one me mo ano. Enti unim e na me so. Unim bibi. Akwa na su ache. Na me ye masem ze me yes ya ese na yi na ba so no he what is no tu. Oh, e na akwa no.
No,
come. You make out my here. Me twins ne ba ko. Na anti e ba sa na me say na me yes any. Oh yeah, okay. About him anymore. Was that is I don't hear Juma hospital now. But to slap somebody there.
Difficult to mean ya was some of your training in a year. Person become very fact. I hear be near most low free.
I need the Juma dear grow.
Oh, anyway.
I made them from my until my Juma the same year 22 years ago. Why?
Aboro
Mata Musa.
Where's all?
Apono Mazoro.
Aye. Mijo.
Amuda odi emechi for na ma chere ashofo.
Yo.
Na ma kwenya ni shira amado tajo usu ajima. Na ma kase ni mu masu enyedi eche na tafu. Masa Musa na mi film was super but the vim just dropped. Just because Matamusa Nyame Aduma on the 7th and a UK and Ireland chapter no eko to aba ayi omu executives. Matamusa oka ye say omo revolutionary power blood ni omu no. They should give way. Say never ya almost spirit no more no be lady party no. Master Musa UK area chapter of the NDC no. Year Master Musa also wasum bejo. Braye brain na kasa ye kenyina no. Me dey me kasa obi mu no mo anya omo ade yie. Most of these outgoing executives omanyo mu adie yie uka say omu ye past executive omu nti ase be ye obi wo mu deputy communication officer onu amu nu crap nu ya disqualify no be uka say I am going ko be ka say o ye current party ye the experience ne Masa Musa enu a me ba wo show we su ana me ka kire wo say Ghana be bi eduru say Alan Tremantima who say if we say yen rescue Ghana and this current Nana Akufo-Addo ba omia MPP ni sema nature say Masa Musa me bisa o say then I also uye as an individual then about UK and another chapter of the NDC ebe fan into my pafra movement Alan Tremanti nyina no and then or tell me no say come 2024 on to Obama this Nana Akufo-Addo ba omia MPP nature say obua ama ya Ghana no then na wo ye then na wo timani moni wo tie Masa Musa then na wo susi wo do NDC so wo NDC here then na wo ye ebe bua say Dr. Joe Owusu Ajiman adding the experience or the war chapter ni mu no ebe rescue the UK and Ireland chapter Masa Musa baby edu next week yakoto aba enye fanfare enye complacency enye nyumtuo enye NDC because
sɛ wɔnwi ni power ne ɔbɛyɛ biara no wowɔ adwen bia wɔ wɔ tiri mu nyansa bia wɔ wɔ tiri mu bia woyɛ akora po a yɛpɛ na ɛfa Musa sɛ yɛkɔ election wɔnwi ni power na bibia wɔ wɔ tiri mu biara no ɛwɔ wɔ tiri mu wokyerɛ w'adwen yɛpɛ na ɛfa mistakes a UK and chapter yeah omudi chapter no ko share inexperience for nsa aye wo bebi e wo no etiefo any sympathizers of NDC omu fen cheye say yama ye ni ambre na on the 7th Dr. Joe Wusu Ajima win election Masa Musa mi dey see her me ni anije mo ni.
Okay, yeah, that's it, baby. Right. Uncle Lonzi.
Hello, Senior.
Push it.
Senior, Obikan, obviously, we put you in the spot. I can only say a big thank you to yourself and the various callers who called in to appreciate the efforts and the work of my candidate. I can't say much. In fact, there isn't much to say in a way. But all that I can say is that let's unite. Let's vote for a candidate who has got the capability to unite the various dissents. That is very conditional. You can underline it because obviously people don't want to accept whatever that someone says if it's not in their favor. But candidate has availed himself to be used as a vehicle to project the vision, not only for himself, but what the NDC stands for. But then let me also use this opportunity to say that when voted for, which we mean, as I've said, Mansa, I've been in this business. I know what it takes for someone to come out and say that, you know what, I'm going to do this. I was there in 2008 or thereabout when Honorable Horace Ni Ayi Ankra was voted for. I was there. Chief.
We sure say what can ye? Me pese bedo se man kan ye kra.
Horace.
You
can correct me. I said Horace Ni Ayi Ankra.
Ni Lante Ayi Horace. Oh, man can ye kra.
Stop the mischief. If he allow you, I'll never go off your line. Obviously, yes, I stand for corrections anyway. But then I remember vividly that the name is Honorable Horace Ni Ayi Ankra, who got appointed.
Because he used to be a deputy ambassador.
As the deputy ambassador or commissioner to China under John Mahama's administration. All that I'm saying. What I'm saying is that all that I'm trying to say is that
taxi driver hard
it's almost chapter people like ourselves cannot make sense. We cannot contribute our quota. The only thing that they need from us is our money. But anyway, another case. I now believe and understand the late former President Jerry Rawlings when he said that let's go to Nogopo to account for leadership. And I'm telling you, I'm a piano, Say me trust to believe from Edum to Asafwa. Nasa me clear dues. I'm a branch. I'm a man accepted my year application. I'm a man accepting and name no say CIC led by Honorable Kwesi Jasa. Be the Munya Semihuya Honorable Osai. Your friend is Papa one can 2020, my friend, my man, intelligence, I want to find you, Dr. Kalahin. ne do kan ho na me nka hwe me do party no me party ne do nti me nkasa na mum no posterity will judge us. This election is not about me. This election is about a man, a family person, obi o dwene ekon kan wo dwene party when the party ni the man say maybe can't be at your dog. Mami break protocol kakra me for sika na ntudwa enne me no ka say 8 constituencies in the friend is saying ongoing registration here can papa am making serious contributions. Mansa so me both sika ni dia wo yem be show. Patrol.
Mitra konwem yemo shebe bona mti.
More because I have not sought his permission to do that. But
now
the point is,
I didn't say we use to excuse me. Would himself follow the home. This was an answer me ba we yem be show and we are listen, you know I'm joking with you. Yeah,
listen, we are talking close to 30,000 Ghana cedis.
Good.
The contributions are 1 year. Yeah, chini pass omunko chodin. Mansa Musa. Me say my challenge yeah other competitors. That is the more reason why today when I spoke, I said people should be very decorous, civil, and make their programs or more. In fact, they should they have to avail the sort of vision that they've got for this chapter. Papa, Mansa Musa unim within this chapter Obianka make us think I'm any bit time. But I look out for the vision. I look out for Obia where you're very civil, where you're polite, someone where you're experienced, where you're humble. Chapter where you sense someone who knew a bad party, no. Mansa Musa me soon individual so. I don't do that. My life only. Ever since I lost my parents, everything that I have done in my life is to sleep and wake with the NDC. And doctor represents that. Yes, sir, 84. Yes, Pamucho. Yes, in Twabama Obia party, we done a so. Why not? Jimmy said, me, Mansa, me only me hand on chest before king and country. So my bomb brother said, Dr. George, man, come in your politics. So when they be in here, this man moves around his family, the twins, and the bapenini. Our dinner craft for the mammy, your friend mammy. He goes around with this cake to NDC functions. Dear you, Obio Nino, oh, background about, we are NDC son, we are NDC daughter, we are NDC product. Dear you, just like myself. Partner, and then I come and say, "La me say for your pomocho, Novino, Mokuku Demnami, social flower, Demu, Sogakofo, Keiko, Longa, Kakasova Yigande, me Kuku Demnami, but me da call. Not someone who has got the interest of the NDC. Mansa, I now understand why the Rollins at the point suggested that. We should have to go to Nogoko. We have to go to a deity to affirm who we are and our interest in the NDC. We should Bonia also a chapter way more. Sometimes I'm a ferry. Some make a celebrate, but mean can't inquiry yet. Say, let's change the face. We have to change the face of how we do politics in this part of the world. The NDC is all about unity. It's all about probity. It's all about accountability. It's all about transparency. And this is a man who has elected himself, or perhaps has availed himself to be used as a vehicle to produce what we have lacked all this while. Please, comrades, let's look beyond ourselves. It is not about the personal relationship, the relations we have with ourselves. In fact, I'm an epitome of that. People knew me and one of these candidates who are contesting. They would tell you the sort of relationships that we have. But I went beyond that and said, no, I want the betterment of the chapter. And I'm supporting this candidate. Please, we are begging. We are asking for sanity to prevail. It is not about a group within the NDC. I am a professional driver. tell me what stops me from joining a professional group within the NDC. And our constitution, until recently, has never affirmed it. Please, Mansa Musa, ask me, what about the many people who hoist flags, who paste posters, who do the cleaning and everything within the national setup? Have they been recognized? We shouldn't allow any group of people, because of whatever so that they wish, to elect or present us with a candidate. Please, we are begging. All that I have got to say lastly is that the NDC offers opportunity for everybody. It is not an elitist political party. That is why we are in Congress. Therefore, anything in projecting an individual as a candidate, so to mean that, yes, we have to vote for this person because he's a professional, he's a professor, he's a doctor, he's what? No, we won't accept it. Because why? We're a mass political party. Chief, I am telling you that this election on the 7th of October will be determined by men and women of this great chapter who believes that the NDC should move forward as an article of whatever that it is to promote and rejuvenate our base as a group. Mansa, I wouldn't speak much. Doc, let me say a big thank you to you for availing yourself. I am so happy with your output. You are in safe hands. You've demonstrated beyond reason. Your conviction is well articulated. Myself, my team, and all the people that I've spoken to believe that you have what it takes to change the fortunes of the NDC, especially in this part of the world. And I can assure you that on 7th of October, victory awaits us. All that we need to do, just as you've done, please keep the consistency. You've exhibited maturity. You've reached out to even our adversaries and saying that, you know what, we are one big family, and that is what we are going to work with. God bless you, and please get home safe, and let's make this chapter what it is. God bless you.
I rise for Ghana, affection of the land, for weather and seek your future.
Right, so it is time of the night. That time of the night where you see that when we set up chairs and tables, it's been a while. So it's time to call it quits. Call it idea jai. You do summer, you for relax. Tomorrow we'll continue with my monologue here. Join me tomorrow to discuss Alan Chamantin's confusion, because the man is confusing everybody. He said he has left the NPP, but he's still talking as though he wants the NPP MPs to win. Then he himself too will win. Where you can say?
No, Jesus Christ. We also from what happened, and then later on you joined the NPP. So let me say a small thing about what Lon just said. Mansa Musa, Lon's, I know, and is now my campaign manager, has been the definition of unapologetic, pro-clean election crusader, and then he wants everything to be done right, and I'm ever so grateful to have him as my campaign manager. The things that Lon's been saying, I know him personally, what has happened to him and everything, but Lon's, that's why we are all fighting this battle, to make sure the right things are done at the chapter level, within the chapter, and then we move on to escalate it to Ghana to make sure our former president becomes the current president, and things will be right for us. So don't be too hard on the people who are doing wrong. Don't be too hard. It's hard for me, for you to take what I'm trying to tell you. Don't be too hard on the people who are doing wrong. All you have to do is let's put water when whatever is happening. Make sure we do the right thing. Get involved the people doing the right thing. Don't side with the people doing the wrong thing, because it's not going to help you. So just calm down and it shall be well. That's what I can say. It shall be well. And back to the listeners and the supporters, I would say, let's come together. Let's see who is doing the work. It's not just going around making speeches or whatever. It's the person who actually doing the party work who can continue. Because party work, we don't just, there's no half time. So far as the party work is concerned, there's no half time. It's continuous thing. So
if you see, Joe, you are here, but we are nearly closing. But I need to just occur to me.
Mm-hmm.
The other time, when was it? Was it Saturday? When did I speak to? I spoke to this man. Was it Saturday or something? I spoke to Mr. Oh no, it was Monday. I spoke to Kwesiakwa.
Mm-hmm.
He came here. I mean, on phone conversation, and he said something. I said, "Hey, after this one, when I meet any of the contestants, I have to point out that." He said, "Okay, go ahead."
Mm-hmm.
What he said, and I remember, in fact, he made a big point. He said, "Look, Mansa Musa, I'm the only one who has more time than any of the okay, we can say competitors, but any of the candidates." Mm-hmm. So I asked him, what do you mean? He said, "Look, I've finished looking after my children. They are all grown. They've left the house. I have all the time not to be having any excuse of talking your baby in bed or going to see following your child to go to the nursery or school and those things." He said, "I've done all that, and so this job, it requires somebody who has the time. So I have the time more than any of that. For this one, if I meet any of you, I have to ask." That is a big point.
Yeah, well done. It's very, very easy to say, much harder to do. And
you understand my question? My line of question is
that's what I've started.
Statement is a big point.
Yeah, it is a big point, Mansa Musa, and it's a big point for the person who said it. And for me, it's not a big point, because I have demonstrated, Mansa Musa.
Sure.
I've spent time, almost a year, Mansa Musa. We started doing this program 1 year now.
Nearly.
We are in what? September.
Yeah,
remember I was in Ghana. We had this program. I was doing the program with you, So Mansa Musa, there's a saying that salt doesn't say
yes.
You understand? And children can follow say no there. But the things that I do, Mansa Musa, the things that people are saying about me, Mansa Musa, I tell them not to say. You see, now Hima Deborah will tell you, yen so can and find bucketing. So we are dear moving Mansa Musa for what? Dear, we do things for God and country. Sure. You understand? The things I've been doing, Mansa Musa, I've seen the light. The light is John Mahama and NDC to come to power. You understand? So it's not about me personally. It's me helping the cause. And I invite everyone to help the cause. Sure. Mansa Musa, I've seen so many people saying that because of Jenny, they couldn't join certain programs. You mention one program that Joe Ajima hasn't been there. Mansa Musa, I go there with my children, and people see them, NDC twins, NDC Mansa Musa, there's no need to talk about anything. But what I say to you, Mansa Musa, there's no need. If the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, comes and says, "I'm the Prime Minister," there's a problem. Because everyone knows he's the Prime Minister. Is somebody challenging the person? The answer is, of course, maybe. You understand? So what I would say to you is, yes, in politics, everyone can say, but people around us, the silent majority, they know what everyone is made of. I end my case. And
all right.
You
have responded to my question.
And say to the people that, like I said earlier on, it's very, very easy to say, but much harder to do. So if somebody's trying to challenge Ronaldo or Messi or whatever, and the Messi is playing football, the person hasn't played. What was this guy? He was a runner from Jamaica. What's his name?
Asa for power.
No. He used to be the current. He used to be the media pass.
The top man.
Yeah, he wanted to play for Manchester United because Ronaldo left.
Hussein.
Exactly. He said what, and he did the trials. What happened? You understand? So you do not blow your horns. Allow the people to say. And Joe Ajima, Mansa Musa, humility is part of experience, and experience teaches. I've been there. I've been vice chair. I've been deputy organizer. I've been, what I cherish most, Mansa Musa? When I was a backbencher with Ajekum and other people standing there and asking questions. That was the most thing I enjoy about this party. Because when you are there, Mansa Musa, the saying is, you can criticize everything that you say, but I try to avoid confrontation. That has made me to be here. Okay?
All right.
I say good night to everyone who has listened to us. And a word to wise is what? Enough. That's what they say. It's enough for everyone to take. So I would say is, let's heed to the advice that Long said, that we are one family, but only that this empty chair that we are all looking forward to sit on it. So whatever we do, we have to make sure that the unity should be our primary objective, so that after the elections we can say, hi Mansa Musa, hi Lons, hi Mami Sewa, let's go and do this, or all go. We don't have to, because after the last election, Mansa Musa, I can tell you, some chiefs were so bitter. I have to hire, when I say hire in a literal way, not metaphorical way, Alhaji Abbas to go and beg some of the chiefs, because some of them said NDC, that's it. You understand? We don't want that, because it's only, excuse my language, a fool will never learn from the bad things that happen to his or her life. And I don't want to be one of them. So I say good night to all the listeners, and we come back Thursday with the true version, and I hope our listener, the 4,000 something that we've seen today, Thursday is going to be more than that. I think so. Yeah? And
yeah, it's actually showing 4.
Yeah?
The hundreds it doesn't show. So
the 100, it doesn't show the 100. So that means your platform is a bigger platform, because to get people after work, 4,000 over, that's showing on this. Mansa Musa, well done. And well done to your management team, because people were saying that this wasn't one of the whatever radio stations that they prefer and everything. But now
I'll get my engineer to show me where
how to read the hundreds.
Where they are listening more, whether UK, Ghana, US, or wherever.
He's starting. This man.
You
and Lost. You see whether it's a Bridget 80 or an 80. Yes. You sort it yourself out. So I thank everyone, and I love to be here. And Mansa Musa, when are you going to do the television? I would love to sit on that. It's a wonderful place.
We did the trial last Sunday, so we'll see.
And you're seeing yourself.
Yeah, we are now trying to. I think they are trying to edit it so that we can.
Yeah, see how
we can see how it
that's good
out.
Yeah, you give yourself feedback, isn't it? So Mansa Musa,
I can show you a picture of Moa sitting in the.
Yeah, you can send it. You can send it to me.
Listen, but you can see clearly with a sick face, because it looks as if in Sunday I wasn't.
Yeah, and then Mansa Musa, I have to say this. Your there's thing that the radio station they use. Once people call, you can hold them on that thing, yeah. And my campaign team and myself, we had a meeting. We're gonna buy you one, okay, for your good job. Okay. When somebody call, instead of changing phones, it comes straight on that, and then first person, second person, you just press it. Comes in. You see what I mean? We're gonna buy you because the service that you're giving to NDC it's awesome. I don't know what to say. It's awesome. So well done, and that is our say thank you for the service that you're giving it. And I know if everything is okay, and I know it's going to be okay, we use you till election time, Mansa Musa. And I'm just saying that, and it's from the bottom of my heart, because you've done a wonderful job. Even you are not well, but you still.
Yeah, Sunday you can see from my
exactly.
face.
But you
I
came
was trying
to
look good, but it wasn't
because
looking good.
You love NDC, And thank you very much. And,
Who told you I
thank
love NDC?
Yeah.
The way I hate you people
Yeah,
cry.
yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, you keep saying it, Lons will get you. So what I was saying is,
I hate you in
so,
the core.
yeah, no, you do
what
a
was
good job.
that woman sang the, I hate you right now. I hate you.
Ebony. Yeah, so that's how. Do you know that where had the accident, they haven't even done the road. The thing is still there. The manhole is still there. It's not pothole, manhole. That code is still there. So this is the government that we are talking about. This is the government that we are talking about. So when you're saying things, Musa, these are the things that we have to educate people about. Not our own, somebody said this, somebody said, it's not going to help anyone. What's going to help us is to put President Mahama out there with the majority needed to do the job, with our brother and sister, Simon and Mavis, with them. That's why we say the work is done. And then even not done like we finish, but halfway, then to help the government to do good things. Musa, I end here to say thank you to everyone, good night, and enjoy your sleep, because that's the way to go to bring power to NDC and President John Mahama. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, oppression of the land, forward and seek your future. Development our goal, from vision to victory, the NDC shall lead. Able Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity, from vision to victory, the NDC shall lead. Able Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. Eja bana Victory! Victory! It's our land. Victory! It's our land.
Right, so this is where I want to bring the curtains down and finish tonight's program. It's been marvelous evening. Thank you all for coming in to share your time with us. And loads of people on the radio. For some reason, I don't see you much on YouTube, but there we go. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Moko school, my bad.